Joining us now, Congresswoman Cammack from House Energy. Congresswoman, it's good to see you again. Okay, this story. The Biden White House is being accused of really breaking the norms around congressional oversight. So we've got climate czar John Kerry finally releasing details about his office. After years of FOIA requests from the media like the Boston Herald, his office costs taxpayers $4.3 million a year, but we still don't know who is in his office, who are the names, who is putting the U.S. into climate treaties or agreements overseas, Congresswoman. So what's going on here?
Well, Liz, it's just another example of the Biden administration operating in the shadows rather than the sunshine. And as someone from the Sunshine State, I take that a little personal. You know, we have a state government that is exceptionally transparent, and the American people as a whole deserve transparency. Did you know that the Director of National Intelligence releases the information for all of the staff, chief of staff, deputy chief of staff, not just the director and appointee level, but the actual staff, the GS levels? But you're telling me that the climate czar is too busy, or either thinks he's above the law, or worse, thinks he must have something to hide and can't release that information? These are people that make $186,000 a year. They need to release that information now. This could lead to charges of nepotism. There could be connections to extremist groups, eco-terrorist groups. There could be a number of different things that they are hiding, and the American people deserve to know. Who are these people? Yeah,
but John Kerry's office redacted the names of every person who works in his staff and their official titles of some of the employees. You're right, some of them make nearly 190 grand. How come the American taxpayers are not allowed to know who's in his office?
Well, exactly. And keep in mind that this position was made to now sit on the National Security Council. John Kerry's position as climate czar is now a part of the National Security Council, which is the first time ever that this has happened. So now there's an even bigger spotlight that needs to be laid onto this office and the people who are in it. When you have a $500 billion, Liz, with a T, $500 billion that has been pumped into Biden's so-called green energy agenda, we, the American taxpayers, the people footing the bill, we deserve to know who these people are that are negotiating climate treaties. We deserve to know what these so-called climate-aligned financial flows are, which are listed in the mission statement of John Kerry's office. If they don't come forward with that information, we're going to get that information come hell or high water. They would be better served to be transparent.
How are you going to do that?
Forthcoming.
How are you going to get the information?
First, we can leverage the power of the purse. We've got to withhold the funding for this. This administration has run roughshod over the American people, and we have got to get very tough here in the House of Representatives. I don't care that we have a very slim majority. We've got to hang tough as Republicans and make sure that we are withholding funds for these projects without proper transparency.
Are fellow lawmakers agreeing with you that you need to defund John Kerry's office? Because, you know, he's telling the Boston Herald he's not going to offer comprehensive details about his office until October, a month before the election.
That's absurd. That's absolutely absurd, and really just a slap in the face of the American people. When you think about what Jen Psaki said at the beginning of Joe Biden's tenure as president, they said we were going to be the most transparent administration in history. That is what I'm calling BS. Whether it is redacting the White House visitor logs, Secretary Austin goes MIA for over a week. Nobody knows where he is. You have, of course, the classified document with withholding issues that were found later in Biden's garage. There has been nothing transparent about this administration, and this is just another example where they think that they are above the law.
But he's campaigning that he is transparent. He's campaigning that he's the most transparent ever.
No, the facts say otherwise, and we know that. His administration is about as transparent as concrete. We know that there would be no reason for them to come forward with that information if they didn't have something to hide. That is why the work that James Comer and Jim Jordan and Jason Smith are doing to get to the bottom of this is so important. It has an impact on our everyday lives because we, the American people, are footing the bill.
Got it.
This is important.
Congresswoman Cammack, thank you so much for joining us. That was a great interview.